Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Lifetime Views. You know, it's your boy Kale, trying to help you guys change your life, change your perspective. As I always say, you know, we're trying to get you to a better point in life, man. So what we're here to talk about today is your thoughts and how you internalize your thoughts and how your self-talk is such a big and crucial impact in you guys' life. You know, so many people, they don't realize what their self-thoughts are. You know, what their self-talk is, because it's hard when you're going through a low consciousness level or a negative mindset to really step outside of yourself, step outside of your body, step outside of your thoughts, and really analyze the thoughts that you guys are having. You know, and I know it's very difficult for me, and I'm sure if you're in going through a difficult time right now or difficult state, it's difficult to separate yourself from your feelings, and you don't really analyze why you're feeling the way you are. But I just want to let you know, like, thoughts are so crucial. And you have to understand, like, I guarantee you're probably having these self-sabotaging thoughts. And you're either going into a situation, say you're going into a social setting, and you're already doubting yourself. You are already self-sabotaging the thought or the things that are going on or gonna play out, and you're looking into the future, and you're looking from like a past circumstance, and you're already determining how that event's gonna go, and it didn't even happen yet. So you're setting yourself up for failure because you're having self-sabotaging thoughts. You know, you're self-talking to yourself like, oh my God, all these people are gonna judge me when I walk in here. Oh, am I walking right? You know, and really, people can read that, your social cues that you're putting off because you're doubting yourself. You know, it's like there's a lot of things that say, you know, if you feel like everyone's gonna laugh at you when you walk in the room, everyone's gonna laugh at you because you're putting that energy off. And you know, we'll talk about that another thing about putting energy levels off. We'll talk about that in another video, but you have to understand, man, you have to conquer your self-talk. That is the most crucial thing, because you have to realize we are energy beings. So what we are feeling on the inside and what our thoughts are correlating are the exact same. So if you're feeling that you are feeling really bad, that's causing your body to be very negative, and it's going to respond very weak. You want to be very positive. You want to be very confident. You want to be in the same with your thoughts. You want to have them very confident thoughts. You want to have positive thoughts, you know? You want to walk into a situation and have complete control, like, I know who I am, I love who I am, and this is going to be a great event. You know, you should wake up in the morning like, today's going to be a great day. I guarantee you, if you're going through a negative mindset, what's happening is you're looking at, as soon as you wake up, you're like, man, oh, here goes another day, I have to go to work again. You know, you got to analyze your thoughts and make sure they're good thoughts. The thing is, you have the ability to control your thoughts. You have the ability to control how you feel and how you think going into a situation. You know, if you're feeling bad, your thoughts tend to continue with your feelings. So if you're feeling bad, you tend to have bad thoughts. And we want to get you out of that situation. We want to get you out of the thing where you're correlating your thoughts with your feelings, because you have to get to a point where you can have feelings, but you're not identifying with your feelings. So if you're feeling bad, it's like, oh, it's okay. I'm feeling bad in this moment, but that's not who I am. Oh, I'm feeling depressed right now, but I'm not depressed. You understand the difference? It's hard when you're in the moment and you're feeling depressed. It's hard to take yourself outside of that and realize, hey, this is just a momentary feeling, you know? And there's a lot of things. I learned a lot from like skateboarding and stuff like that, that pain is just temporary, you know? Internal pain is the same way. Internal pain is just temporary. You're gonna feel it for a little bit and then it's gonna go away. And you have to understand that. Everything in life is usually just temporary. So if you're having bad feelings, if you're having bad thoughts, if you're having these negative things impact you on such a deep level, day to day, over and over again, and you're sabotaging yourself, you have to realize this is just temporary. But you also have to realize that these are your thoughts, you know? And you have to take control and ownership of your thoughts, and you have to be able to the point where you're just like, no, I'm no longer gonna have these thoughts. You know, these thoughts aren't helping me. You know, I'm self-sabotaging myself. I used to do the same thing. I used to walk into social settings, you know, always felt like I was being judged, so I was already judging myself when no one else was judging me. And you have to understand, you have to take yourself outside of that. You have to take yourself to the point where you are separating yourself from your thoughts, and you're no longer having these negative thoughts. You're not having these depressed thoughts, because it's just temporary, and even though you're feeling this pain, it is just that, it's just temporary, and you can't associate with that, identify with the feelings and thoughts that you're having, and realize your thoughts are just man-made. Your thoughts are just either based off your feelings, based off of prejudgments or something that's happened in the past, so reference experiences, whether something's good or bad, or, you know, it's just a constant overplay of the same thing over and over again. Man, when you're just doubting yourself all the time, you're draining your energy levels, and you're just putting yourself in a little box. And the more that you doubt yourself, the more that you isolate yourself, the more that you have these negative thoughts, it's going to get to the point where the more and more everything is just compounded. So that's your reality. So say you have a couple negative thoughts, right? You're feeling depressed a couple days out of the week, right? Nothing big deal, you know, you're feeling kind of sad. That's normal. It's normal to feel that way. But if you stay in the mud and you stay where you're at and you keep having these negative thoughts and these negative self-talk and you allow that to happen, because your life is ultimately whatever you allow. But if you're allowing that to happen and you're doing that for like a month and you're sitting and soaking in that, isolating yourself, having these negative thoughts, having these anxieties, not pushing out of that, not taking steps to get out of that mud, then what's going to happen is that's becoming your new reality. You know, they say it takes 30 days to create a new paradigm. And if you're creating the paradigm of being depressed and negative all the time, then that's what your life's going to look like. You have to take active steps to get out of those paradigms, or subconsciously what you built as in your reality. You have to get out of that reality. You have to make a new reality. So you have to realize, wow, I created this reality, I can create a different one. I don't like this, what I'm seeing. I don't like the way I'm feeling. I don't like the way that I'm living my life. So why am I continuing to live my life this way? You know, when I was depressed and stuff, a lot of things that helped me was to think a different way. And when you're having these self-sabotaging thoughts and this negative mindset, it's hard for you to think a different way because you're only thinking the way you are. So one thing that really helped me to get out of that was personal development, man. Looking how other successful people are thinking. You know? Looking how other people that are happy are thinking. How are they thinking? What is their reality looking like? You know, can I match their reality with my reality? You know, can I come out of my reality to match their reality? You know what I mean? It's looking at things from a different perspective. And the more that life goes on, and the more experiences you have, they're going to help you change your perspective. And the bigger your perspective is, the bigger zone that you have to look at your life in a different way. And when you look at your life in a different way, a beautiful thing starts to happen, man. You start to look outside the negative, you start to look outside the self-sabotaging thoughts, all the habits that you build that actually keep putting you in the same thing, because your mind likes to stay the same. It doesn't like change. Okay, there's a great analogy where there's these crabs that are almost impossible to catch, but they have a man-like characteristic that what they have is they'll put bait in a cage. So a crab will come along, right? It'll come in the cage, and then it'll eat a little bit of food. Some more crabs will come, and then you'll have 3 or 4 crabs in a cage, and there's a little bit of food left. Some more crabs come. All the food is gone. Now there's 6 or 7 crabs in the cage, and one of them goes to leave. But this is like humans, because people do not like change. So what will happen is the crab will actually rip the other crab apart and prevent the crab from leaving. And you'll notice this when you start growing a lot and people are staying where they're at and they're being comfortable, they're going to almost try to prevent you from growing. You know, we'll talk about that more as you know, in a more of a video based on growth and the advantages and disadvantages of growth and things that will happen to prepare yourself for growth when you get to that next level. But your thoughts and your mind is going to prevent you from trying to grow because it likes to stay comfortable. It likes to say, hey, we're okay with here. This is normal. This is okay the way we're at, even if it's not okay. And your mind's going to play tricks on you from preventing you to get to that next level of yourself, man. And we want to get you to the point where you are looking outside of your mind. You're thinking differently. You're standing away from your thoughts and taking yourself outside of yourself to analyze your self-sabotaging thoughts and your habits, and to really be able to look outside yourself and not get attached to feelings and identify with everything that you're going through, to look from it from a different perspective and be like, hey, then what will happen is you start to notice your thoughts. When a thought will come up, you're like, hey, is this thought going to help me or is it going to hurt me? And you'll be able to analyze your thoughts before they happen. And then you'll start to look at the future of how this thought or action will help you, or if it'll put you back a step or two. You know, so we're going to get to the point where eventually, over time, after learning this stuff, learning how to control your thoughts, learning how to separate from your emotions and your thoughts so they don't overrun your life, and you're taking ownership and control of your life, it's going to put you in the right direction, man. It's going to put you on a whole nother level that you never even thought possible. You know, right now you may not feel like you can get out of that because you're such a low consciousness level, you know, but your subconscious has put you there because of your habits. You have to understand that the subconscious is something that you can't control. The subconscious is your paradigms, like I said before, or your habits that you build up over 30 days. Because your mind likes to operate and say, it's like riding a bike, you know? At first you don't know how to ride a bike, but you're riding it, you become comfortable, and then your subconscious takes over and you do it automatically without thinking about it. Did you ever drive home and realize that you got there and didn't know how you even got there? That's because your subconscious already knows how to do it, so it takes it over, so you have more mental capacity to pick up and learn new things. But you have to understand that also hurts you, because if you have bad habits and bad negative thoughts, then that becomes your subconscious. So that plays out automatically. So you have to take steps in order to get out of those subconscious programs, so you can actually take steps in the right direction and create new programs. So your mind automatically does healthy things to put you in the next level in your life, the next level in your career, the next level of success in relationships, whatever kind of success that you're looking for, you will be able to do that because you're creating new habits and paradigms that are going to align with where you want to go and where you want to be. And you know, back in my day, I've been through this, man. That's why I can honestly, you know, talk with conviction and just come straight off the head and off the dome in these topics. You know, I'm not just writing down notes and reading off notes. This has come from my personal experience, you know, things I've picked up, things that I've went through, because like I said, I've been through that ultimate low, man. That ultimate low that I wish upon nobody. Nobody should be in that ultimate low. And that's why, you know, the whole point of these videos is to help you guys get out of that and become the best version of yourself, man. Because it's beautiful when you come out on the other side, but it is not beautiful when you're stuck in the mess, man. So really try to focus on your thoughts. You know, analyze your thoughts. Be like, wow, how's this thought making me feel? Is this thought making me any better? Is it making me feel good, or is it making me feel bad? And you have to understand, if it's making you feel good, keep those thoughts, keep those actions, keep those habits. But if they're not making you feel good, if they're making you feel bad, if they're bringing you down emotionally, then why would you want to keep those thoughts? Why would you want to keep those actions or habits? Because if you're having those and they're bringing you down, that's not going to help you in your life. That's not going to benefit you. It pushes you to that next level. So don't try, I don't want to say don't, because don't is such a bad word when you're going through, because you don't know how to do anything else. You know, just try to take little steps. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, you're not going to just wake up and be like, oh, I have good thoughts now. You understand? It's going to take little steps over and over and over again. And the deeper that you dug yourself in the hole, it's going to be harder to get out. But I'm telling you, man, once you get out, it's a beautiful place, man. You're going to come out of this little dark hole and see all the light and the beauty the world has to offer and what is around you and all the people that can impact your life and how you can impact other people's lives. But when you're coming from that low place, it's hard to impact other people's life or bring value to other people. You're kind of just taking value from people, which we'll also talk about in another video. I got so many concepts to talk about, man. I absolutely love it, to help you guys grow. And like I said, man, this is off the top of the dome. I don't come out here and read anything. I don't edit my videos, because I want it to be authentic. And I'm not saying you can't be authentic from editing videos, but I want it to be from the heart, man. I want to be from the heart, from the soul, from my experiences. And that's, I truly believe I have value to offer you guys. And that's why I love doing this, man. Like, we're out in Lancaster right now. The sunset's coming up. It's absolutely beautiful. We have a fountain in the background and some ducks. I'll show you a little bit of the background here. It's beautiful, man. It is absolutely beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. But real quick, I'm gonna end this video here. You know, it's your boy Kale with Lifetime Views. And I just want you guys to be able to take ownership of your life, man. Take a hold of it. Really make it into what you want. And I'm telling you right now, you have the ability to get anywhere you want in life. You have the ability to really conquer your life, have the best relationships, anything that you could possibly dream of, man. And I understand, man, you have to, like, little things dictate everything. Your thoughts, you know, thoughts dictate your attitude. Your attitude dictates whether you're attracting things in your life or whether you're pushing things away, you know, whether you're gonna have good friendships or when you're gonna have bad friendships. If you have a certain mindset, you're attracting people that have the same mindset, so you're gonna have the same friends And then if you're having those kinds of friends, it's gonna be harder to get out the mess, because then you gotta change your friends. And it's just so many things that correlate to each one, and they go hand in hand. You know, if you have good thoughts, you have good friends, you have good experiences. You know, back in the day, I couldn't even come to a place like this by myself because I had so much anxiety. But you have to understand, these little things right here, like this view, the fountain, the ducks, just to be in the moment. Once you learn how to be in the moment and to be present and just let life come and really enjoy the littlest, tiniest things like sunsets, just little things, you're gonna get the most joy out of life. I know right now, if you're coming from a low consciousness level or a depressed state, it's hard to find joy in the smallest things, you know, even the biggest things. Like, and it's gonna be hard to really search that out. So like I said, you know, this is KO Lifetime Views, and I hope this gets you a step closer to a better you, a better day, a better month, a better life. But with that, man, have a great rest of the day. If you're not able to have a great rest of the day right now, you know, just take little steps in the right direction, man. Just know it's not gonna happen overnight, but I promise you, over a long period of time of you wanting something different, you know, striving for something different, life only gets better. All right, it's your boy Kale. Peace.